Hello friends, welcome to Gaming with Tech. Today for you we have a computer case review of the Master Case Maker 5 from Cooler Master. This little bad boy on the table, we're going to do an unboxing, review some of the features, and get some final thoughts. So, inside the box, we have a nice little case that has a few of the accessories, including our zip ties. Looks like other cable management pieces, and all of our screws and standoffs individually bagged. Along with that, looks like we also have a little instruction manual. Some nice thick foam padding. And the case itself. This case measures 528.6 millimeters front to back, 235 millimeters wide, 548 millimeters tall. That's 20.8 inches front to back, 9.3 inches wide, and 21.6 inches tall. It weighs 12.3 kilograms or 27.2 pounds. It's set up to accept ATX, micro ATX, and mini ATX motherboards. Let's take a look inside. All right, on this side we have a side window. This is not tempered glass. The Maker 5T is a tempered glass side panel. But let's go ahead and remove this one and take a look inside. All right. In here we have an all black interior. This will handle an ATX, a micro ATX, and a mini ATX motherboard. We have standoff placements numbered, and inside we have a little legend that tells you which standoffs to use. We also have our front I/O connectors, and we have a red LED strip. We have two 2.5-inch drive spaces that can be taken from this and also placed on the back of the motherboard tray. It can handle up, if you remove this drive bay, you can have it up to a 412 millimeter or 16.22 inch graphics card. With the drive bay in there, you're limited to 296 millimeters or 11.7 inches. You have a CPU cooler height available of 190 millimeters or 7.48 inches. You mount your power supply here. It can accept an ATX power supply. We have support for 2 optical drives. We have a total of 5 3.5-inch drive bays, 3 here, 2 here, both in removable cages. In addition to these 2 2.5-inch drive slots, each of these can be converted to 2.5 as well. For air cooling, you have the option of having up to 3 144 millimeter fans in the front, 2 of which are already installed. If you want the third, you're going to have to remove the optical drive bays. For the rear, you can have a 120 or a 140 millimeter fan. there's already a 140 millimeter fan installed. That's a total of 3 144 millimeter fans that come with this case. You also have the option of adding up to 2 120 millimeter or 140 millimeter fans up at the top. If you want to go with water cooling, you have support for 120, 140, 240, or 280 millimeter radiator support in the front. You'll have to remove the optical drive cage and the hard drive cage if you want those larger radiators in there. The rear can accommodate a 120 millimeter or 140 millimeter radiator, while the top can handle the 120, 140, 240, or 288 millimeter radiator, with a maximum radiator length of 297 millimeters. You have a total of 7 expansion slots, several rubber grommets for cable management, and that is it for the inside of the case from this side. On the front, we have our I/O panel, which includes a USB 3.0 Type-C, a USB 3.0, 2 USB 2.0. You have your headphone, microphone jacks. You have your power on, your reset, and you also have a fan speed and LED control button. We have a removable front panel that has foam to cut down on the amount of noise. Unfortunately, it seems like it also blocks a little bit of airflow, but you can leave it hanging open for more airflow if you want. It also gives you access to your 5 1/4 inch bays, unless you've had to remove those for radiator or fan support. And let's take a look at the back. On the back, you can see that we have our pre-installed 140 millimeter fan. We have our 7 areas for expansion, your power supply area. We have some more holes for ventilation, and we have the section for your I/O shield. We can also now go to the final side. All right, and this side is held on again by the captured thumb screws. Here you can see your area for cable management. The 2.5 inch drive mounts that I pointed out earlier can be moved from there and placed here if you want to have it on the back of your motherboard tray. I believe you can also order additional mounting hardware from Cooler Master in order to add 2 additional 2.5 inch places. Here we also have some of the cable management areas. You have the little groove here, Velcro, and several tie-down areas. You also have an LED and fan control board right here. And this allows you to control up to 6 3-pin fans with 2 speed controls, high and low. It also accepts 4 2-pin LED strips, of which you already have 1 included. The LEDs have 3 different modes: on, off, and breathe. We'll take a quick look at the top next. Okay, on the top we have a removable cover that's held on with magnets to expose the ventilation area at the top if you've got the fans or radiator installed up there. At the bottom, we can see that it's raised so you get some airflow in here. We have a removable dust filter at the bottom, very easy to take out, very easy to put back in. This also has carrying handles, making it a very nice feature, which I wish more cases would incorporate. Then we'll go into a few final thoughts. Okay, a few final thoughts on the Cooler Master Mastercase 5 Maker. I did a little test build inside. I did end up having to remove the hard drive cage so that the graphics card would fit. And there are a couple things that I do not like. One, at the top, we have the red LEDs showing the USB 2, USB 3, that kind of thing. I would have preferred a more neutral color that would have gone with just about any color scheme, or an RGB if that possibility is out there. Same thing with the fact that they've included a red LED strip. It's great for people whose cases are built around that color scheme, but not really for everyone. It's not that big of a deal. It's still a sturdy case, and I enjoy it. We'll be doing more of these reviews eventually. Until then, if you enjoy gaming, I hope you enjoy gaming with tech.